Hello, mothers to be, and welcome to your reading. This is a very special and unique reading than anything I have ever really done before. Spirit gave me a lovely and beautiful download about some waves of energies that are coming into the earth plane, and that is why I'm making this video. I need to give you a little bit of information about the souls that are coming in, and then this will be pick a sacred geometry crystal to go into your personal reading about the baby that is going to be born to you, the soul that is coming to you. Okay, so first and foremost, there are 3 waves of higher dimensional beings coming in between July 2020 and February 2029. Babies born between July 2020 and March 2023 are the first wave of these beautiful souls. So you guys, those of you who are pregnant right now, or perhaps you're just watching this reading out of curiosity and you discover that you're pregnant, between now giving birth by March 2023, you very well could be carrying one of these higher dimensional souls, and it would be light workers, star seeds, ascended souls, souls from different dimensions and realms, and they are coming in because all of the current light workers and star seeds have done their job and have opened the portals to allow these higher vibrational beings to come in. And so you mothers out there that are carrying these babies and allowing these souls to incarnate, you have a very big job. You have been chosen for purpose. So you either have a spiritual lineage, of a higher vibration, or it goes through your physical bloodline. All right. So these souls will incarnate all over the world and will be born into every condition, race, religion, etc. They are the energies and frequencies of change we have all been calling to the earth plane. Spirit showed them to me as sunflowers, so I call them the sunflower generation. And the way that I saw that was like these bursts of energies coming from the sun and descending down to earth. And as they, descend to earth, they materialize as sunflowers, which is a representation of major illumination and healing and shifting and change. So it is going to be a powerful time between July 2020 and March 2029, and it comes in 3 different waves. So this first wave is between July 2020 and March 2023. So babies born July 2020 to mid-December 2020, they will have Saturn in Capricorn and they will have Jupiter in Capricorn. That is a very powerful combination in the energy of Capricorn, okay? And Saturn will be retrograde July through September. These are the souls that are the way makers, and they will destroy the old paradigms through word, action, wisdom, and energy. They are highly advanced beings in other realms. So these babies being born between July and mid-December 2020 are powerful, and some of them may be born very awakened and others may not be aware of who and what they are, but they are going to be in every profession there is possible on the earth plane. They are going to be everywhere, and they're bringing forth new energy through their vibration. Okay, so these babies born, as they grow, as they mature, they're really going to tear down the old paradigm of the Piscean age. The babies born late December 2020 through mid-December 2021 are going to have both Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. Again, this is a very powerful alignment, and these souls are the Aquarian age light code holders and will change the world as we know it. They will fully anchor in the Aquarian age. Many of these souls are star seeds. So these babies, the souls incarnating through these babies, very powerful beings. They are anchoring in the Aquarian age light code. Like, they are the programmers, the rewriters. They are powerful. Many of them will be quite spiritually gifted, artistic, creative. They may have weird aversions to different people, different situations. They will be very, very sensitive beings, okay? And having Saturn and Jupiter both in Aquarius is a powerful alignment. That's how you know they are something special. And lastly, babies born late December 2021 through March 2023 will have Saturn in Aquarius and Jupiter in Pisces. These souls are the activators, the crystal key holders, and will fully activate the Aquarian light codes brought in by the light code holders. These souls will possess spiritual gifts and magic that are unmatched. So this wave here of these souls, they are highly advanced spiritual beings, okay? They may struggle a little bit being in their physical avatar, but they are all going to be very spiritually gifted, psychic, empath, mediumship. They have ability to see beyond, the band of light spectrum that the average human sees. Their third eye activated, at birth. And I would say the majority of these babies are going to walk a spiritual path and be quite aware of who and what they are. They are the activators. They are the crystal key holders. They come in and make everything turn on and go. And they create the way for the next shift of Saturn, which will bring in that second wave of highly advanced beings. So now I want you to look at the 5 different choices before you. These different choices are going to tell you more about the soul lineage of your baby, of the soul that's incarnating through the physical avatar that you are creating. And this will either mean they are a starseed from this particular collective, or they are a highly advanced ascended soul that is partnering with this particular collective. So you have a choice of the Tetrahedron, the Dodecahedron, Octahedron, Icosahedron, and Hexahedron. So go ahead and really tune in and tap in to those energies and decide which one of those sacred geometry crystals are calling to you. I will start with the Tetrahedron. There are timestamps for the others below. Hello, so let's get into the soul of your baby. For those of you attracted to the Tetrahedron, I have also left a link for a book I highly recommend below called Enlightened Pregnancy. It will help you really connect to your baby soul to soul. It was recommended to me by a subscriber, and I've read it. It's amazing. So I do highly recommend that. So with the Tetrahedron coming through, this is fire energy. This is action. This is the ethers of creation, of big change. So your baby could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or have very strong fire energy in their chart through their moon, through their rising, or other planetary placements. But this soul is definitely meant to bring forth a lot of change. This is a way maker. This person is going to be full of ambition and like nothing is going to stop me. You are going to have your hands full with this big, beautiful soul right here. So let's see where they are coming from or who they are connected to. All right, so this is the Orion Collective, and we have the delusion of control. So as a past energy, they have shifted other worlds that are in a similar paradigm as the earth plane with these powers of control in place. So within their soul lineage, they have shifted other worlds, other ages, okay? They are here to break free these systems of control, of oppression. Very, very powerful soul right here. Next out is healing crisis and purging. So this life journey, what they come into is this deep desire to heal all the pain and injustice and imbalance within the earth plane and create the purge. So this particular soul feels very strong for being born July 2020 through December 2020. Okay, very strong in that. There's definitely some souls coming in that are going to be born in that time frame. Okay, obviously this extends beyond that, but big time message for those of you that give birth between July 2020 and mid-December 2020. Yes, it's all about healing the pain, the heartache, the imbalance in the earth plane, tearing down old paradigms, being a way maker. All right, so that's a big focus for your child, for this soul. And you know, the way they do this is going to manifest in so many different ways. They could be in the healthcare system, they could be in the justice system, they could be an activist, they could get into politics. Okay, just because they are this highly advanced being doesn't mean that they're going to have a spiritually based practice or profession. Obviously they're going to be very spiritually sensitive, but these souls are here to make big change in the world. So they're going to go very far in their life, and they are here to balance a lot of energy and purge the darkness. Next is the light of awareness, and this is the Orion light, and this is the future. This is what they are creating this space for other waves of energies to come in, to really anchor in the Orion light, the Orion light code frequencies. Right now, we are bringing in the Aquarian age, but through that process, it's creating the earth to be in such a vibration that future waves of beings can bring in the Orion lights, the Orion light codes. Okay, so wow. You're going to know this baby is something special. You're going to know it, okay? From the moment you conceive this child, you're going to feel it. People around you are going to pick up on how strong this soul is that's attached to this baby. If you go to get a reading, the reader, if they're legitimate, they're going to pick up on it, all right? This is a big, powerful soul. And so they may struggle to be in the little constricting, very low vibrational physical avatar. And you're going to pick up on that. They're going to want to do things that are beyond their capabilities at very young ages. They're going to have big thoughts. And you're going to wonder, like, where did you get that? Where does this come from? Things are just going to come out of their mouth and you're going to be like, what? And they may challenge you. They may act as though they are the parent at times. And it's just because the soul is so powerful and wise. But you have been chosen to carry this precious being and to protect and guard and help this being evolve and expand as they grow. Okay, so you have been chosen for a reason. Let's pull some more cards about this beautiful soul you are helping bring into this world. Okay, look at this. We have the false god. So this soul is going to really point out the false prophets, those who are speaking false truths. And this goes beyond religion and spiritual matters, okay? This goes into like politics and everything else you can imagine. Where there's falsity, where there's untruths, this soul is going to spot that and is going to point that out. Okay, so this may be one of those when they're a child, they just speak the truth no matter where they are, and you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that just came out of my child's mouth. I am so very sorry, because you know, sometimes the truth is not the nice thing to say, right? But babes don't have that filter that adults do. And because of the power of the soul, I feel that some of you, like, you may struggle with that. Like, they're here for that, to point out the truth and the falsity in people. They'll know when people are lying, even at a young age. So, you know, don't eat their Halloween candy and say you did it, because they'll know you're lying to them. All right, so let's pull another card. All right, Sacred Journey. Oh, they answered the call. Okay, this soul answered the call from Spirit, from all of these souls on the earth plane, from the other light workers and the star seeds. Join us in our journey. Join us in, you know, this movement for change, to really usher in this Aquarian age and tear down the paradigm of the past. They answered the call, and that is so beautiful. And after I received this download about these souls, like, I was sobbing receiving it, because it just felt so deep and profound to me. And then I was, you know, telling Secret Tarot about it, and even then I started sobbing and breaking down. It's just like, I felt that they answered the call. And then here you guys are, the first reading, and the soul of your unborn is telling me I answered the call. It is so beautiful. You definitely have some precious cargo. So let's pull some more cards about your beautiful being. Okay, big picture thinking, Pleiadian energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Yeah, see, I really feel many of these babies coming through with this Orion energy are the way makers, to tear everything down and bring things into a new perspective. The big picture thinking right there. Next, surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So many of these souls look to the Venus placement within their natal chart, okay? Because that's going to be another powerful energy that is dictating and directing them. And wherever their Venus is the area of life that they're really going to be working on. So Venus in a second house, that would be around money, really shifting the energy around materialism and the imbalances amongst the earth plane, coming up with a lot of new ideas, okay? Venus in the seventh house of Libra, they're going to bring a lot of healing and understanding to relationships, okay? So look to see where their Venus is and which sign it occupies. Look at the house and the sign, because rarely does it line up, okay? Libra rules the seventh house, but that doesn't mean that in anybody's natal chart that Libra rules the seventh house. So look at the house and the sign that Venus is sitting in and do more research, because that's where this soul is going to be doing a lot of work and a lot of healing. And lastly, the gracious peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So this soul is definitely going to march to the beat of their own drum. They will not conform, this soul, okay? They are going to be very strong in their thought, in their opinion, and they're not going to put up with much from people, okay? So you may struggle at times trying to reason with them, because they know what they know, and they're programmed to bring about change and to speak truth. And they're very unique in their perspectives and just the way they experience things. So let's pull a few more cards to go a bit deeper. Negative ties. So yeah, they're really dispelling lower vibrational energies and tearing down old paradigms. Symbolism, they're going to be very activated by different patterns, different like symbols, number, like repeating numbers and number sequences. They're going to see things like a very analytical mind. They'll see like patterns. They may be very good at math as well, or very interested in science. It's like they see patterns very quickly in ways that like the normal average person would not. And life lessons, they are going to help many people understand, what holds them back within themselves. This is a very wise being, okay? And with this life lessons, because they're going to help people heal and understand their own journeys, they may go through some weird things, different experiences, but it's only as a preparation for them to understand the energy in which they are truly working with, okay? So let's pull some tarot dice. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at this, the Magician and the Hanged Man. So here, the Queen of Pentacles sitting on top of these negative ties. They are really going to bring forth injustices, untruths. They're going to expose, they're going to illuminate people, okay? And they're going to be very powerful in what they do and what they say. They're going to be very respected as they mature and grow into adulthood and what they do with their life, okay? They're going to be very respected and they're going to rise very high in whichever career they immerse themselves. And remember, these souls, this wave of energies will be in every profession because change is needed everywhere on the earth plane, and they're going to rise very high in whatever their career is, and they're really going to change things and bring forth the falsity and replace it with justice, truth, and light. The Magician and the symbolism, the universe is going to communicate with them. They're going to just see signs and synchronicities through so many different things, patterns and numbers, and they are going to be powerful manifestors, okay? And the Hanged Man with the life lessons, this is where they're going to really help people heal and move beyond the blockages that hold them back and help them rise into higher frequencies. And the blockage, for these Orion light codes, those Orion light codes cannot penetrate into the earth plane at this time. There's more vessels needed, okay? And they're going to help with that process with these other highly advanced beings that are being born, as well as, just the average everyday person, really helping them open up to the light within and remove the blockages, the negative ties, the false information, the false prophets, all of those things from their consciousness, which allows them to rise in frequency, and they will too receive those Orion light codes, okay? So let's pull another card here and see what angels and spirits are around your baby, the soul of your baby. All right, we have archangels Michael, Raphael, and Zadkiel with Kuan Yin. So this soul is very healing, okay? And this is about energy and the chakra system, this particular card. So that goes where they're going to see beyond the light spectrum, okay? They're going to be able to detect falsity and lies and dishonesty, just like at the snap of a finger, okay? And they are working with Archangel Michael and Raphael and Zadkiel, along with the Orion consciousness collective consciousness. They could be a star seed from that collective, or they are an advanced evolved being that is partnered up with that collective for a earth mission, for the upliftment, the evolution, the freeing of humanity. Okay, this soul is very instrumental in this process, very powerful soul, and you have been chosen for a reason to bring this baby into this world, to allow this soul to incarnate at this time. Okay, and they're going to break a lot of people free from anchors of lower vibrational energies and things that, you know, really hold them back. They are, and they're just going to see the truth, and their thinking about things is going to be way ahead of their time. So always encourage them, okay? Because some people might say, oh, that's so silly. How could that ever be? Well, it will be, because it's encoded within them. They see a future that we have no idea of yet. So really, you know, talk to them, explore them, see what they have to say, write it down when they're young. Everything they say, write it down and explore it later, revisit it later, okay? Because when they're young, the younger they are, the more connected they are to the light. And as, you know, they further solidify into the material plane as they get older, there's a bit of disconnection of the light, and that happens for everybody. Okay, so really document everything they say and do, because it will matter later on, and they will see a lot of signs, synchronicities, patterns just in nature, in life. It's this is going to be really neat, the way this manifests and plays out for each of you. So those are the messages for you about this soul incarnating through you. I hope that this has brought you guidance. Again, I recommend that book, Enlightened Pregnancy. There is a link below. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello. So those of you attracted to this Dodecahedron to bring you more information about the soul of the baby that you are carrying, this is universal energy. Okay, so out of all the choices of the 5, this right here is one of the most powerful souls that is going to be coming through, just so that you know. Okay, this this baby is going to be a very, very sensitive soul to everyone and everything. It's going to be like a sponge to energy, and is just going to be able to read people. Okay, there will be people won't be able to lie to this soul once they fully mature. Okay, so let's take a look and see where they are coming from. All right, so this is either a star seed connected to the Vega collective, or this is a very wise ascended soul that is in partnership with the Vega collective for this life journey. And now the first card coming through as self-sacrifice for the past tells me that this is a being who has come in to many different worlds to help at the darkest moments. Okay, this particular soul is more about service to spirit rather than personal evolution. Okay, again, this is universal energy, so this is a very highly evolved being. This soul could not come into the earth plane if it was not for the other star seeds and light workers who have been here for years, holding the light, receiving the new light codes, creating the vibrational space for these highly evolved beings and energy to be able to incarnate on the earth plane. And I didn't mention this, but I have left a link below for a book called Enlightened Pregnancy to connect spiritually with your baby. It was recommended to me by a subscriber, and I read it. It's pretty amazing. So if you're interested, link below. I do highly recommend, especially with this particular soul coming through. They are something special. All right, so next we have, sorry, I don't know why I'm having all these issues with my throat chakra. So we have spiritual technology, and this is for present energy. So this is a big part of their mission for this particular life journey, is bringing forth a spiritual technology. This is ideas and concepts that are not thought of, heard of, or spoken of on the earth plane at this time. Okay, again, this just goes back to how advanced and evolved this particular soul is. And now we have the future as the homing beacon. So their work here on the earth plane is creating a world of light, of higher vibration. And with that homing beacon, that means like other higher vibrational beings can come in and incarnate amongst the earth plane. Okay, and the importance of that is the, more the light, the higher the frequency, the less the darkness, the less the, quote unquote evil energies running rampant amongst the earth plane. All right, light and dark, it's a balance, and there's a big imbalance at this time. And so this soul is instrumental in creating that balance the way the earth plane should be, to allow the timeline to properly shift fully into the Aquarian age. It should have already been there, okay? But there are other things going on energetically. So this particular soul is coming in to help fully shift into that Aquarian age, which allows the human race to open up to those galactic contacts, first contacts, so to speak, okay? So let's pull some more cards to look deeper into the soul that you are bringing into this world. And we have magnetism. Ooh, yeah. See, they are very strong, and their energy is going to shift a lot of things on this earth plane. And this goes back to that homing beacon, all right? Balancing the energies of the light and the dark so that the timeline can properly shift and also open up to other dimensions, other beings, and have direct contact. Whereas right now, that's forbidden, okay? Any person walking around on the earth plane to have direct contact like that has to already be quite awakened and evolved, all right? And most people are not in that space yet. But the baby you're bringing into this world, their soul is creating that portal, that open portal, the way that it should have always been, to those higher frequency beings. All right, let's pull another card. Wait a minute, what am I doing here? Oh, we have be fearless. So, this soul, because it is so connected into so many different dimensions, remember, this is universal energy right here. They may lack that natural fear that is in most every person, okay? They just perceive the world and everything so differently that they realize they are a part of all that is, okay? And so they see themselves connected in every person, every experience. They may by choice be a vegetarian or a vegan, okay? They're very sensitive to all energies, and in that space, they may tread where they shouldn't go at times, okay? Because they're so in the light that there's just this natural vibration of safety, of comfort, of, love. Let me connect, let me connect. So they're really going to want to connect to anybody and everybody, regardless of if they are a quote unquote good or bad person. This soul is just so evolved. It's truly unconditional love. Like, this child may teach you the true meaning of unconditional love. And it's just not about between a mother and a child. This soul takes you to another dimension of that love frequency. And that's just where they exist. And that's where they vibe. And so their feelings can get hurt very, very easily. They don't understand why another person would be mean to another person, okay? Very, very sensitive energy right here. All right, let's pull some more cards. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Look at that. They are coming in to really dispel that darkness, to create equal balance among the earth plane. They're going to crack a lot of people open in this life journey through their energy, through what they say. It's not that they do this in like a mean, vicious, cruel way. They just are going to have this way of really reading people and figuring them out and just zapping right into the heart of them at a very young age. This is a child that people are going to say is a very wise old soul, okay? And they will have a special way into people's hearts. Even when in utero, people are going to stop you and comment on how strong, the soul of your baby is. They're going to be very effective at helping and healing other people. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Yes, look at that. They are a very healing force to all of humanity. They are a lover. They are a caregiver. They are so tender, understanding, nurturing, to a fault, okay? You are going to have to be a very solid force for this soul and teach them, boundaries, and not, because they're going to be very, very empathetic, okay? They don't want anybody to hurt, even somebody who has done wrong. They're in this place of unconditional love. Like, they don't seek punishment and revenge. They seek the experience and the light to help somebody expand and evolve beyond their lower vibrational choices and experiences. So you are somebody that's going to have to be a very solid rock for this soul and teach them boundaries and how to properly use their empathy, like when somebody, to teach them how to know when somebody's trying to manipulate them and play upon their emotions, okay? Because they are so sensitive and loving. Next out is, look at that, empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So here it is, a confirmation. We were already picking up on their empathic abilities, but this is a confirmation that this soul is a starseed attached to the Vega collective. So really look into that and what that means for this baby, as well as for you as a parent to this very, very special soul coming into this earth plane. All right, so let's pull some more cards to look at the soul. wow. Okay. Well, I was only going to pull 3, but you've got multiple here. Okay. Crystals. Crystals, Reiki, and energetic healing meditation. Very important for this soul. So if you don't know anything about that, it's time to learn. It's time to get into practice yourself. Again, because this soul is such a sensitive being. Next out, the empath. Yes, the empath. We know you are a very sensitive, beautiful soul, aren't you? Ooh, we've got legends and myths coming through. Look into the trident and the spiritual meaning around the trident, okay? Very important when it comes to this particular soul. Look that up. Next out is the false prophets. So, this is where, you know, they're gonna, the lie detector, they're gonna know when somebody's lying to them. However, people will be able to manipulate that empathy ability. They'll know when somebody's lying, but they will always feel their heart. And if there's pain and sadness in one's heart, that's what gets them. That's what gets them. But they'll know who is true and who is false. When they're very young, pay close attention who they are very open to and who they are very adverse to. Who they are very adverse to is probably a very false, deceptive person, okay? Forgive it all. Yeah, they're just such a loving, high frequency being. And this is where you've got to teach them boundaries, because they're going to be a very, very forgiving soul. They just see things from such a different perspective. Download throughout their life, they're going to receive a lot of downloads from spirit. So they might be somebody who channels the higher realms. They could be a medium. They may, yeah, psychic, medium, or a channeler of the higher realms their whole life. The shadow beings, they're here, look at that, to balance out the energy where the darkness is more abundant than the light. They're here to really counteract that. And they're really going to expand you and others to break free of the paradigm that most people are trapped in on the earth plane at this time. They are here to shatter all of that. And lastly, look at that, the star seed. So they are absolutely a star seed. We have got that confirmed twice, connected to the Vega collective. So let's pull some tarot dice. You've got a very, very special soul coming in, and you have been chosen, okay? Remember that. You have been chosen for purpose. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands. They could be a fire sign coming in, Aries, Leo, Sag. They could, you know, be born under those seasons, or they could have strong fire energy in their chart. But what this tells me is this person is all soul, very creative, very charming. They could have a bit of a temper at times. Their emotions could get the best of them, but their energy is going to be very inviting. And now we have the Hierophant coming through. This could represent Taurus. Some of them could be born as a Taurus, okay? And this is just talking about their connection into the higher realms. They're going to walk a very spiritual path this life journey. And look at this. We've got the sun. They are healing. They are illuminating. They are changing a lot on this earth plane. And they have spent you know, so many lives in service to spirit. And that's just, you know, how they were created, the extension of spirit in which they are. All right. But 100% confirmation that this is a star seed that's coming through you and is attached to the Vega system and brought you a lot of information. Remember, look into the meaning of that trident And, meditation and Reiki will be vital to this child and, throughout their whole life to really help them keep their energies grounded, just because they are such a high vibrating being. They are a crazy empath. They will feel everyone and everything. All right, we have the 4 angels of love protecting the gnomes in the rock. So they are surrounded by the angels of love. Not surprised to see that, right? When we've been talking about this higher frequency of love in which they are. And so they do bring forth a lot of healing and love to the earth plane. That is one of their primary functions. And they are surrounded by the angels of love. So this little baby of yours is going to be a very sensitive soul to everyone and everything. Even as an infant, if you're really emotional, something makes you sad, breaks your heart, you're crying, the baby's going to start crying. Okay, you're in a really good mood, you're feeling good, baby's going to be smiling and laughing. This is going to be one sensitive little tot, and they will be that way their whole life. And Spirit is entrusting you to help them understand themselves and learn how to control their emotions and understand their purpose for being here. Okay, because many of the starseeds and light workers that have been here for years, they didn't have that in parents. Okay, they spent a lot of their life in confusion about who am I, what am I, why am I here, why am I different? And you have been chosen to bring this soul into the world because you're going to be the opposite of that. You're going to be open to this soul discovering who and what they are at a very young and early age, and helping them with their mission on the earth plane at this time. Okay, so you are instrumental. You have been chosen for a reason. And we have the magnetism here, and then, confirmed with that Queen of Wands. This soul is going to be very popular. People are going to love, who they are, just the way they think, the way they love, the way they give. Okay. So those are your messages about this baby who is incarnating to you. I hope that this has helped, and I am sending you lots of love and light. Highly recommend you check out that book that I suggested, and I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello there. So this is for those of you attracted to the Octahedron, to bring you information about the soul of your baby. And I forgot to mention in the intro, I've left a link for a book called Enlightened Pregnancy, and it helps you connect better to your baby spiritually. I highly recommend it. A subscriber recommended it to me, and I read it, and it's pretty amazing. So there is a link below if you are interested. The Octahedron. This is air energy. Okay, so this particular soul coming through is going to be very methodical, very creative, kind of innovative, have thoughts beyond their time, be ahead of their time. And they could also have a psychic ability, really be connected into the spiritual realms, the angelic realms, with this being the air energy. All right, so they are masters of the mental realm, which means they are going to be pretty powerful manifestors as well. Now, we're going to look at where this soul comes from, and this is either going to represent the collective in which they come from as a star seed, or this is going to say, that they are a very highly advanced ascended soul that is in conjunction and partnering with this particular collective for this life journey. So let's see what we have. We have Lyra. Okay, and this is the pioneering spirit of the past. So this is definitely a soul who has come to, worlds before to help shift ages. This soul has a lot of experience in that. This is like the way maker. So those of you giving birth between July 2020 and December 2020, you right here, a strong message of the way maker that you are giving giving birth to, okay? This can represent the Aquarian light code holders as well as the crystal holders, but really strong for those of you having waymakers, being the pioneering spirit. They have a lot of experience in shifting worlds. And for this particular life journey, part of their mission is the arrogance. So this is really bringing understanding to the collective consciousness of, mankind, of humanity, about right, wrong, good, bad, truth, light, so many different things, bringing a different perspective, a different spin on things, really breaking up the arrogance that exists amongst the earth plane and bringing humanity more into a place of oneness, into unity through thought and through emotion. So they're going to be very powerful. They could be like a public speaker, a teacher, a counselor, an activist, a politician, okay? It's just they're going to have a lot of ideas for unity, for fairness for all, to get rid of the arrogance amongst the earth plane. And through that process, what they're creating, look at this, natural humility. This is the energy that they leave behind when they transition out of this life journey, okay? Is that they're leaving humanity in a much better, softer place of grace and love and healing than before they were here. Every person they touch, it's going to be a powerful experience for that individual, okay? So this is a strong soul, very smart, very clever, witty, articulate, okay? Could be sharp with the tongue at times, but they've shifted ages before, and they're here to bring softness, grace, get rid of the arrogance, bring forth truth and understanding, liberate the consciousness of humanity, of mankind. So let's pull some more cards about this beautiful soul that's coming through you. And we have the rainbow body. Nice. This particular soul comes in activated on every level of the chakra, okay? They're just a very warm, loving, intelligent being. And, this is the third reading, and the first two, I was picking up a lot of sensitivity. And it's not to say this soul won't be sensitive and empathic, but they have a way of letting things roll off their back much easier than some of the other star seeds and light workers that are coming in this first wave, okay? They're strong. They have a lot of spiritual fortitude. This is somebody who is going to be like, I will fail 1,000 times if I have to have that victory. My 1,000th and one time of trying. Like, this is somebody who isn't going to give up, who's going to be very inspiring, intelligent, thoughtful, courteous, sensitive to other people and their needs, but isn't going to take on the energies of the world or personalize all of those lower vibrational energies as some other light workers and star seeds struggle with. And that may be because of how much experience this soul has at shifting ages, okay? So whether male or female, this energy feels very masculine to me, which means this is going to be a very empowering, inspiring individual to many. Let's pull another card. And we have patience. Yep, this is who they are. They are going to be filled with a lot of patience. Okay, this is somebody who is very determined, and that they will really make you understand the difference between, champions and losers. It's like no matter what this soul faces in this life journey, they will persevere, they will overcome, they will turn lemons into lemonade, okay? And they will have the patience of a saint to get things done, to wait for things to happen, as well as having patience with others and understanding them. All right, let's pull some more cards. All right, so we have weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Yep, see, this soul is so experienced, is so wise, so evolved, that where other starseeds and light workers really struggle or fail, this particular soul is going to prevail and also inspire other starseeds and light workers along the way. Teach them how to create boundaries. Teach them how to not take on the weight of the world, not to absorb the energies of everybody, okay? Man, this is like a teacher, a leader right here. Next, we have lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Yes. Really bringing people into empowerment, into understanding of themselves, of, what this life is really all about, okay? Helping people shift into higher vibrations and frequencies, opening them and unlocking their spiritual gifts within. Ooh, this person just feels so fun. And like I said, whether male or female, I'm just picking up on a lot of masculine energy. This soul is going to be so powerful. And lastly, we have star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look deeper. So this soul coming out with star ancestors, this is definitely a star seed, okay? So a star seed connected to the Lyra consciousness, the Lyra collective, is incarnating through you. And as an ancestor, again, this particular soul has shifted many ages, past ages of man and in other worlds, other star systems, other dimensions. This particular being is going to teach you a lot, okay? And just for you to have such a powerful soul incarnate through you tells me that, you are spiritually gifted as well. You could also be a star seed, okay? If you've been feeling that, well, this is your confirmation of that, because this particular soul has, this is their specialty, is shifting worlds, and they're going to bring so much wisdom and light and understanding to mankind as well as their fellow star seeds. They're going to awaken and activate light workers. They're going to awaken and activate humans. They're beautiful. They're just such a sweet, beautiful energy, but they're strong. They're not going to be a pushover. They're going to refuse to apologize for things they haven't done. They're going to refuse to give in to people's fear-based energies and darkness. They're not somebody who's going to let anybody be woe is me. They'll be sensitive, graceful, comforting, but they're going to be somebody who always brings you to the truth, who always brings you to the light and the awareness of self and helps you connect the dots, okay? So that's what they do for you as their parent, but that's also what they do for other people of humanity, all right? And again, sometimes they may think they're the parent of you, and you will have to remind them, no, I am in charge of you. I am in control of you until you are old enough and mature enough in the physical realm. Yes, I understand that you're a very big, wise soul, but you are physically not there yet, okay? You may have to remind them quite often through their childhood and teen years that yes, you are wise, you are beyond your years, but you have to grow and mature into this physical avatar. There may be some struggle for them with that, okay? Just because they know what they're here to do at the soul. You know, I would say this soul is absolutely awakened to their higher self from birth. This isn't like they go through life and have some sort of awakening at some point. No, they definitely are aware early on, and they have shifted worlds many, many times. And you know, you may be right along with them. You may be a star seed too, okay? Just because of how powerful this soul is. So let's pull some more cards. Upgrade. They are the upgraded version of the human, okay? So there is something about your you know, ancestry, your DNA, that has been in preparation for many, many generations to allow this upgraded version of the human to come in with this particular soul. So you are something special, my friend. And dream messages. So for many of you, you may have dreamt of this baby, of this soul, before you were ever pregnant, or you have a lot of dreams of this baby while you are pregnant, okay? You connect with this soul long before the physical avatar is ever conceived. You and this particular soul go way back. Yeah, I'm going to say you're a starseed too, just because of the way these messages are coming out. And now we have chakras and auras. So this this soul is going to be able to read the auras of others. They're going to see that, you know, from birth. From birth, they're going to see that. So encourage that. Help them not to lose that ability and that sense of themselves, okay? But also with the chakras and auras, it's very important, you know, that they meditate and they get Reiki, because you have the rainbow body up here that's talking about the chakra system, right? And then you have it coming down right here as well. So working with crystals and Reiki energy, healing and balancing, and meditation will be important to them. So when they're feeling out of whack, or things just feel off, it's because their energy's out of balance somehow, some way. All right. And like if they're feeling sick, it's almost like this soul, if they get physically ill, it's because something's off in their energy, okay? If they're in 100% balanced state, it doesn't matter what they're around, like they remain very healthy, okay? They have a very strong immune system. They're the upgraded human. You are giving birth to the upgraded version of humanity. In fact, they may teach about immunity and immune health through energy healing and balancing, opposed to the physical aspect of it, okay? All right, so we've got the Lovers coming through on the upgrade. They are the upgraded human being, okay? On the dream messages, we have the Three of Pentacles. This lets me know this soul is coming in to not just assist humanity, but also to assist you in your mission with humanity. Because look at, we've got the Page of Pentacles sitting on the chakras and auras, and we have these two interlocking hearts. You are also connected to the Lyran consciousness. Okay, if this is the first you're hearing that, really research, dig deep about this particular star seed collective. Okay, because not only is that where this soul comes from, but you also come from this collective, and this soul is coming in to really help assist you on your spiritual mission this lifetime, as well as their own mission for humanity. But you guys come from the same place with that page coming out and the two interlocking hearts. All right, so you and this baby have a very, very special soul bond. All right, if you have other children, and they're not from this Lyran collective, you're going to notice the difference. And it's not to say that you will love one of your kids more than the other. It's just like you and this baby are going to be two peas in a pod. Like, it might even be your like little mini version of yourself. It's because you guys come from the same place. You both are here for spiritual mission, and you're going to keep each other strong. You need this spirit to come in at this time. All right, so let's pull a card and see what other spirits and angels are around this soul coming in through you. All right, we have archangels Metatron, Christelle, Michael, and Gabriel with spirit guides. All right, so that's a whole lineup right there. And this is awakening to higher love. So these angels and your child's personal spirit guides, which would be the Lyran collective, are helping assist with the spiritual mission of upgrading humanity to a higher frequency of the love vibration, of the love energy, unconditional love. And remember, this is the upgraded human. You are giving birth to the upgraded human. And this has been in works for generations in your bloodline. All right. And it's part of this Lyran collective. So connect further into that. Connect to Archangel Metatron, Christelle, Michael, and Gabriel. Connect into your spirit guides. You know, ask for further signs, clarity, confirmation, because you and this baby, you guys come from the same place, and your spiritual missions are intertwined. All right. So those are your messages with the Octahedron about this soul that's incarnating through you. I hope this has helped. I highly recommend you guys check out that book, link below, just because of what I see here. I am sending you all lots of love and light. Take care. Hello. So this is for those of you that felt attracted to the Icosahedron. This is water energy. So this lets me know that the soul coming through is highly sensitive. It's going to be very intuitive, very empathic, might be a bit emotional. They could be born under water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or have heavy water energy placement within their natal chart. Okay, so we're going to take a look and see if they are a star seed. This would be the collective in which they come from, or they may be a very advanced ascended soul that is in partnership with this particular collective. Okay, so we have Sirius coming through as the collective that they either come forth from or they are in partnership with for this life journey. And with the past, this says saving humanity. So this particular soul has incarnated amongst the earth plane, you know, several times over the last like 300-400 years. Okay, and they're in like this cycle of mission to help, you know, the upliftment of humanity, but really shifting in in the Aquarian age energies and getting rid of the distortion to the timeline of keeping us fixed in that Piscean age. Okay, so they've been at this for multiple lifetimes, this saving humanity. And with that saving humanity, what that really means again is shifting this timeline, because it's been stagnant, it's been stuck, and they've been incarnating multiple times. And now, because of past work and effort on behalf of this particular soul, as well as all the light workers and star seeds that have been incarnating over the past several hundred years, they are able to come in at a much higher frequency of consciousness than they have been able to in past incarnations. So they've been at this spiritual mission with the shifting of the timeline for humanity for several lifetimes. Okay. And their mission here is embracing transition. So this life journey is really shifting that timeline. Look at that. And getting us out of that Piscean energy of oppression, of mystery, of darkness, and shifting us into the age of light, of illumination, of unity. In the Aquarian energies. So they are hugely instrumental in that process, okay? And that's what this life journey for them is all about. And my cats are doing the stampede, so I'm sorry if you hear them flying back and forth. And look at this, we have the way showing, and this is future energy. So through this life journey, what they bring and the way they activate others is they create a space for future souls to incarnate with the knowing, okay? With the knowing, not being in that veil of amnesia, not giving into, all the fear-based energies of the matrix. They're creating, this particular group really feels strong for the Aquarian light code holders, to be honest with you. They could be the way makers or the crystal key holders, but this particular reading feels very strong for the Aquarian light code holders, which would be late December 2020 through mid-December 2021 as far as being born into the earth plane. Very strong for those energies. And again, they are really anchoring in light codes so that those who come after have that knowing, opposed to having to work towards that evolution through a lifetime. They're going to come in and incarnate with already knowing that. So this particular soul is been at this for a while, really helping humanity, has a deep, deep love for humanity. And I'm more apt to say this is a star seed. And if they're not a star seed, they ascended the human plane many ages ago, like several ages of man ago. They say we're on the 5th age of man right now. So this particular soul would have ascended, like the 2nd or 3rd age of man if they are not a star seed. All right, let's pull some more cards about them. Ooh, we've got the rainbow body. So they come into this life, into this incarnation, being fully activated at every chakra. Okay, so this is a very sensitive being. And the blue there reminds me of that water-based energy in which they are. So let's pull another card. And we have a celebration. Nice. This life journey is something very special and significant to this soul, and I feel it is the completion of multiple lifetimes where they have been on this journey to really help shift out of this Piscean age. You know, there's other forces of the matrix trying to keep the timeline stuck, anchored into a certain frequency, and that's why all these light workers and star seeds are flooding the earth plane and coming in these waves, is to shift that timeline the way it is supposed to be. And you know, with celebration, this life journey is a huge completion and accomplishment at a soul level spiritual mission for this being, okay? And this being is also very celebrated in the higher realms. This is a special soul you have coming in through you, so that tells me you are also something quite special. Okay, let's pull some more cards. Looks like I have the deck upside down. Right, we have the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So this being is definitely going to be spiritually gifted and aware of spiritual gift, but they will also have other talents and abilities about them, okay? So they could be a doctor, a lawyer, a politician. You know, they don't have to just have some sort of spiritually based business and practice. However, regardless of what they do, they are spiritually gifted, and they're going to be aware of that throughout this life journey. And next we have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life, and see that like they're gonna help heal and repair things to get this timeline shifted and repair the distortion of the matrix. Wow. And now we have deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So their energy, their vibration is just naturally healing and uplifting to all those who encounter this person throughout their life. Now, here's the thing about this soul. When they're in a good a good place emotionally, they are out of this world amazing. They are healing, they are uplifting, they are inspiring, they are ahead of their time. However, when they are in a period of dark emotion or depression, it is very, very hard to reach this person, okay? They are coming through as this water energy, so they will go through, you know, some fluctuations of emotion throughout life, and that may be something that they have to really work on and be aware of about themselves. It's just they feel everyone and everything, and that can get very overwhelming to them, and they may be prone to like that desire of perfection because they are such a highly evolved being, and you know, failure, setback may be very hard for them to take at times, okay, just because they are so big at the soul, and they have accomplished so much. So when they feel like their hands are tied, that's really hard space for them to fill in, to be in. And you know, the darkness, the lower vibrational energies that try to oppress, keep people stuck, it could really chafe away at them, wear on them, in a place of sadness, because they truly want liberation and freedom and happiness for every single soul walking this earth plane. Like, that's the dream of their heart, and they bring forth healing through their wisdom, through their love, through their energy, just through who they are in general. Okay, so let's pull some more cards about this beautiful soul. disillusionment. So this goes back with that cracked open. They may be somebody who does a lot of red pilling. Okay, and that might be a bit hard for certain people to take at time, is to break them out of their own illusions. And this particular soul, that's part of their mission. Okay, so they may be very blunt and straightforward, especially in childhood. The intercessor. So this particular soul has a strong connection to the angelic realm, and their prayers and their requests for humanity, for themselves, for people that they know, that they care about, are heard. Okay, they are like they get VIP access. They have because of all the work in past lifetimes, they definitely have something about them where when they pray, there's more power to it. Okay, because when they pray, when they seek connection to the angelic realm, it is coming from such a place of purity and unconditional love for the upliftment of others. Okay, so they are an intercessor. They have a very special gift and power in prayer. And we have forgive it all. So with this cracked open and the deep cellular healing, this is just more confirmation that they are a healer of sorts, and they are going to help those who have been oppressed, who have received injustice, to come into a place of healing and forgiveness and be able to free themselves of those lower vibrational energies, those anchors of a painful past, and rise into the light. Deep cellular healing. This is healing on every single level that this person brings forth into this world. Okay, so there's a strong indication that this particular soul will get into like the caregiving industry, like being a doctor, a nurse, a CNA. They may even be like a veterinarian because they care about all energies, all sentient life. Okay, it's sown within their heart, within their soul, and they want to bring people into a place of healing. That's a big desire. Not surprised because of all that water energy. All right, so let's pull some tarot dice. All right, so we have the Five of Pentacles right here, and this is coming out on top of this disillusionment. So yeah, they really are going to tear down old paradigms and force people to see the truth about, you know, the matrix itself and the people who operate it, as well as truths of self, that, you know, all the things that each individual thinks and does and feels that holds them back. Okay, so they are somebody who is like an illuminator for sure. And look at this, we have the Chariot coming out on top of the intercessor, and that's just another confirmation of their power in prayer and the success in which they have. Okay, they have magic. People will think of them as something special, and may see them as very angelic, an angelic being. They will be called like an earth angel just because of their energy and who they are. And now we have the Seven of Pentacles on forgive it all. So this is where injustice of the past, hurts of the past, this soul is going to help bring a deep healing to individuals as well as to humanity, the collective conscious of humanity as a whole. Okay, so very powerful, strong soul you have incarnating through you, and they're very sensitive, remember that. And regardless of what profession they choose on the earth plane, they are spiritually gifted, and that will be a part of them for their entire life journey. Okay, so let's pull a card and see what archangels or other spirits are around this soul. All right, so we have Archangel Michael, Perlimic, angels of nature, and the elementals. So I'm not surprised to see that the angels of nature and the elementals, because again, this is a soul who cares about everybody and everything. So this particular soul has a connection to the Fey realm, to Mother Earth Gaia, may identify or call themselves a witch and practice white magic, okay? Just because of the advancement in which this soul is, they're going to understand energies and frequencies, the law of attraction, how this matrix is created, and how it really works much better than most people, even deeper than other star seeds and light workers on the earth plane, okay? And they do have archangels around them, but also the entire nature kingdom, all the elementals and the Fey realm, okay? So this is a protected, powerful being who has been at this on the earth plane for quite some time. This life is a big time completion, which brings forth celebration in the higher realms, all right? That's the messages for the Icosahedron. Again, I highly recommend you check out that book, Enlightened Pregnancy. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello. So this reading is for those of you who were attracted to the hexahedron. This is earth energy. Okay. So your baby could be born as an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or they could have a lot of earth energy in their chart. But overall with the hexahedron, they are here to make major changes in the physical, in the earth plane. All right, so we are going to look at whether or not, so if your baby is a star seed, this is going to be the collective in which they come forth, or if your baby is a evolve ascended soul, they are in partnership with this particular collective for this life journey, for a spiritual mission. So what do we have here? Okay, we have the Pleiades. So you have either a Pleiadian star seed coming in to incarnate through you, or this is a very evolved ascended soul and they have partnered up with the Pleiadian consciousness for this spiritual mission. And so for past energy, we have imbalance in positive polarity. So much like the fourth reading, this particular soul has been incarnating in the earth plane for the last like 200 to 300 years, has had multiple incarnations and has been working to shift the timeline. The timeline has been stuck in the vibration of the Piscean age, even though we have moved in to the Aquarian age, and that has to do with the controllers of the matrix. It's a whole nother video, a whole nother story. But this soul has been working to balance that, to correct that, to shift the imbalance between the positive and the negative charge, the light and the dark, okay? So they have been on the earth plane, they've incarnated multiple times. They are in, the middle of a cycle of a spiritual mission, and the Pleiades are very invested in this, along with this soul, or this is a representation of the Pleiadian consciousness on the earth plane, okay? So now we have refining galactic lineage. So this is their primary mission for this life journey. And this here is awakening different star seeds and light workers. Like I feel their mission, this life journey, has more to do with other star seeds and light workers rather than directly interacting with humanity. It's like the past life journeys had a lot to do with that personal interaction with humanity. And this particular life journey feels more like they're incarnating to be a beacon of light, to really help and assist all the other light workers and star seeds, awaken them, give them direction, help them discover who and what they are. So this particular soul is very awakened from birth, okay? And they are here to help other star seeds and light workers primarily. And now we have equal value philosophy. So this is like what they are helping to prepare for like future generations of humanity. Okay, is this equal value philosophy. This is where each human being that incarnates on the earth plane is, you know, born into a more enlightened awareness of self, of others, the connection of oneness, the unity of humanity. This is the true brotherhood, sisterhood sort of thinking and vibing and feeling that we all dream about, okay? That's what they're doing here. That's what they've been working on. And now this life journey, they're really helping assist and empower other light workers and star seeds to bring this into a reality, okay? So let's pull some more cards and dig deeper into this beautiful soul that's incarnating through you. All right, so we have a sound healing. So different frequencies are going to be very beneficial for this soul. Okay, so I would listen to, you know, I would do a YouTube search and look up the God frequency and play different music and meditations while baby's in utero of that frequency. And then also after baby is born, you know, play those sounds for baby, you know, in their room while they're sleeping all through infancy, childhood. They are very sensitive to that. So look up the God frequency and find different meditations and different music at that frequency to play while you're pregnant, and then also for the baby after it's born. They're very sensitive to that. It will be very activating and soothing for them. Mirrored souls. Oh, you and this baby are soulmates. So, starseed, you both come from the Pleiades. You would also be a starseed. Okay, if you both aren't starseeds, I will pull more cards to see where we're at on that. You are both ascended souls, and you both are in partnership with the Pleiadian collective at this time. Okay, but you and this baby, you guys are soulmates, and you have incarnated many lifetimes together, and nobody will understand this person, this soul, better than you, and nobody will get you more than them. Okay, you and this soul have had many lifetimes together. You as mother, and then them as mother. Okay, you guys swap roles just depending on what the mission at hand is, but you guys have been at this together many lifetimes. Okay, so you are definitely a starseed or ascended soul as well. Messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. So there's also some connection to the Sirius collective as well for this baby as well as for you. And the messenger, this soul is a divine messenger, is going to channel and receive messages from the higher realms, especially the Pleiades collective as well as the Sirius collective. I guess I should say Cyrus, sorry. The void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. So this is just a confirmation of, you know, this soul as well as you incarnating multiple lifetimes on the earth plane, being in the middle of a cycle of your soul mission, of your soul work, both of you, okay? And it's to shift out of this timeline that humanity was meant to shift long ago, okay? And there's just these anchors, and that's why all these star seeds, these light workers coming in to shift humanity into the proper timeline of the Aquarian age. And now we have weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. So this particular soul, you know, is going to be very sensitive to the heartaches and the pains of others, of you, of other family members. They're very, very sensitive. So they may have a tendency to absorb and take on the emotional baggage, the worries and concerns of others, as well as just the lower vibrational energy, and the pain and heartache of humanity may be very, very overwhelming to them at times. So this soul is going to need a lot of love and encouragement and support when they feel like they're carrying the weight of the world, when they feel the sadness, the heartache, and the pain deep within them. They're going to need a lot of love and support, and that's where this sound healing also comes into play, that God frequency. All right, so let's pull some more cards. The Prophet. So this soul, very psychic, okay, may have prophetic dreams, will get a lot of senses about things, okay, and you know, they could have a spiritually based business and practice as their profession, this life journey, but they are definitely a prophet. They channel messages from the higher realms. They're psychic. They have foresight. Consciousness, they operate at a much higher level of consciousness, and this is partly what they are helping humanity come into. So I'm gonna have to shut the camera off for just a second. So let's see, the next card is gonna be cosmic timing, because my battery's gonna die. So I will be right back. All right, so cosmic timing, this is all about how we need to get this timeline shifted out of these Piscean energies fully into the Aquarian age. And that is also one of their primary missions for this life journey. So this particular soul is truly a matrix master, okay? They see things, they feel things, they have foresight about different events that are going to play out on the earth plane. And everything I'm saying about this soul that's incarnating through you could also be very true for you as well, because we have these mirrored souls going on between you and this baby that you are bringing into this world. So let's pull some tarot dice. Yes, look at this. We have the Magician coming out on the Prophet, the Matrix Master right there, right there, just a big confirmation. And now we have this Three of Cups coming out on top of consciousness, and then the Knight of Cups coming out on cosmic timing. So with the Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups coming through, that's speaking to the sensitivity of this beautiful soul. So they're empathic and they're also psychic, okay? They are, and I believe you are as well. This is, even though, yeah, that would make perfect sense, because this is earth energy, the hexahedron. They are the matrix master, and that's why I'm picking up like they've been here multiple times, like they're in the middle of a cycle, because they had to really immerse themselves in all the different energies of the matrix to be able to master it and learn how to manipulate it, to shift this timeline, to see what the anchors are. Okay, they've been doing a lot of work over multiple lifetimes, and they've achieved much success, and now in this life journey, that mastery is being it's fully activated, and so they are an amazing manifester. Teach them very young about the power of thought, the power of emotion, and this frequency, that God frequency of music, a big deal for this baby. Like, have that in their life, and even like as an infant, if they're fussy, they're unhappy, put that on as you try to soothe them, and you'll notice that the frequency will relax the baby. Okay, they're very sensitive to energies, to emotions, to the thoughts and feelings of others as well. So if you're upset, the baby will pick up on that. If you're happy, the baby will pick up on that. All right. And you guys have a very special connection. You're going to empathically and telepathically communicate with this baby in infancy. And as the child grows into adulthood, you guys are going to have a very special connection with each other. Okay. And some people, like the child's father, may be envious of the special connection that you and the baby have. It's just, you guys, I really feel, are star seeds that come from the Pleiades, and you guys have been working together for multiple lifetimes, and everything I've said about this baby is also true for you. Okay, so let's pull a card to look at the different archangels that are around this soul, as well as other spirits and energies. All right, we've got the pixies and angel trails coming through. So angels definitely around, but this is spirits that really bring forth the message of all is connected, and bringing in the frequency of understanding, so each human being can reach that personal perception. So the pixies and the angels, the elementals, are working with this soul, this life journey. Okay, again, it's all about shifting this timeline, and you both have been at it together for multiple lifetimes. Okay, so I would highly recommend, if you don't know much about the Pleiades, the starseed Pleiadians, look into that, not just for yourself, but also because that's where this soul who's incarnating through you comes from. All right, so those are your messages. Again, I highly recommend you check out that book, Enlightened Pregnancy, and I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.